This is Pickle, and his head is stuck in a tire rim. No one knows how Pickle got his head stuck in a tire rim. Maybe he thought it would make a cool collar. Or maybe he just really liked tire rims. However it happened, it does not look comfortable. Luckily, someone called a rescuer, and she came right away. When she saw Pickle, she was so sad.
His head's stuck.
Pickle's pickle was actually pretty serious. His rescuers had to move fast. They drove Pickle and Pickle's tire rim to the vet. The vet had never seen anything quite like this. The rescue team tried everything they could think of to free Pickle, but nothing worked. If Pickle's head could go in the tire rim, why was it so hard to get out? Vets know how to do lots of stuff, but cutting through metal isn't exactly one of them. So they called the fire department. The firefighters had never seen anything like it before either. What could they do? They decided to try using a special rescue tool. Normally it's used for rescuing people, but maybe, just maybe, it could rescue Pickle too. It took a whole hour, but they finally broke the tire rim off of Pickle's head. Pickle was free. He felt a lot better.
Hey, big guy.
His head was still swollen, so they put a cone around his neck to help it heal. Still, Pickle was probably like, I can't wait until my head isn't stuck in something. After a few days, Pickle's head was back to normal. But he was still a little scared.
Hi, Pickle.
The rescuer took him home and gave him his first ever bath.
It's okay, buddy. Are you a good boy? Are you a good boy? Yes, you are. Pickles, what is it? Yes, I'm a good boy.
The rescuer had lots of other dogs at her house who he got to play with.
You want to pick a toy?
Pickle got to pick out a toy at the pet store. He did not pick a tire. Pickle had never been an inside dog. He wasn't even sure what it was like to have someone take care of him. It took him some time to get used to, but pretty soon he was loving all the attention and friends.
He gives the best kisses, and he's full of love. He's in a good place, and he's ready to go.
A puppy's trapped in a well. The puppy's like, man, I'm so scared down here. The dog tried so hard to get out of there, but he couldn't do it by himself. So this guy did something very heroic. He became an animal rescuer. It was not going to be easy. The well was huge and had a bunch of muck and stuff in it and brown water, which is never good. Looked like there was some trash in there. Wait, no, not some trash, a lot of trash. If the rescuer wasn't careful, he could get stuck in the well too. But he had to rescue the dog. So he used a rope and a harness to climb down into the well. The rescuer is probably feeling like, man, pup, how'd you even get over here? It was really cool because he had to hold onto the rope and then jumped into the water. He reached out his hand so the dog could smell it. When they're smelling the hands, they're saying hello. They're trying to get used to the people so that way the people don't become strangers anymore. But something wasn't right. The rescuer forgot he was wearing gloves. He took off the glove, and the dog started to trust him. The safest way up was to carry the dog in a net. The pup wasn't too sure about that plan. Dogs don't really like nets. It's one thing I know about dogs. They like hugs. the puppy is probably like, oh man, I want to get out of this well, but I'm scared of that net. And the rescuer is probably thinking, well, little puppy, if you get in the net, we'll be able to get you to the surface. The rescuer was very calm. He waited until the little dog was ready. The rescuer got him in the net, and now it's time for the puppy to be taken up out of the well. He did it! The puppy's out of the well. That rescuer really climbs like a monkey. They carried the little dog someplace safe, far away from the well. The dog's free, and he looks so happy. He's saying, "Thank you for rescuing me." If you see an animal in trouble, do not try to rescue them by yourself. Ask an adult family member for help. That little raccoon's head is stuck in a can. A guy named Mac is gonna try to get him unstuck. This raccoon over here needs rescuing. Mac was going for a walk when he saw a raccoon with his head in a can.
You got his head stuck.
He's probably feeling really scared. He's probably like, what? Where is everybody? Who turned out the lights? Mac's pretty sure he can just pull the can off. His neighbor came over to see what was going on. Mac's like, no need to worry, I got this. That raccoon, he's scared. He's just doing little circles. Mac's like, I don't got this.
I'm like, man, I need help.
And lucky for him, help came. Another neighbor showed up. They have to be really careful. When wild animals are scared or nervous, they'll bite or scratch to protect themselves. So they got a yoga mat to put around the raccoon while they tried to pull the can off. But they had to kind of hold him down and then pull it off. But it's really stuck. If they can't figure something out, the raccoon's gonna be stuck in there forever. Then, Mac had an idea.
All right, I just went and got these from my shed. Try to cut off that can.
Since they can't pull it off, they'll have to cut it off.
All right, let's see if we can get this. Where is he?
He ran away to a field nearby. They have to catch him if they're going to help him. After him, Mac!
I thought he was tired.
This has to be a pretty crummy day for that raccoon. He can't see anything.
It's all right, buddy.
They've almost got him. Nope, not yet. Nobody said rescuing raccoons was easy. They finally get close enough. They put the yoga mat around the raccoon again so they don't get scratched while they hold him still. Careful. And it's off. Phew! That's gotta feel so good. Run, little raccoon. You're free.
Thank you, guys.
Remember, if you see an animal in trouble, do not try to rescue them by yourself. My mom helps me with the dogs I rescue. Hey look, seals! I love seals. Arr, 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 arr. Wait, something's wrong with that little seal over there.
See about against the green rock?
He's trapped in a net. These rescuers have noticed that something's wrong too. They're on a mission to help. Go, go, go! started to help this little guy. The rescuers are using that towel to hold him still, but also to calm him down. He's really afraid of the rescuers.
You need to tell that side.
I didn't know seals could growl like that. They covered his eyes so he would feel less scared. And they talked quietly to him until he calmed down and stopped wriggling around. It's gonna be okay, little guy. Now they really had to get to work. They started cutting away at the net. The net was so tight that even touching it made the seal uncomfortable.
Buddy, just want to help, mate. We're just helping.
I just feel really bad for this little seal. The whole team had to work together to get the net off him.
Very good.
And then something amazing happened. The seal started trusting the rescuers.
Lucky little fella. You were fast asleep.
He trusted them so much that he even fell asleep. He's a cute baby seal. They're getting off the net, which is a really good thing.
Is the blue spray in your bag? Okay.
Now it looks like they're gonna spray something on him to hopefully help his cut. The net had really hurt the seal's neck. They used a special cut cleaning spray. It looked like a blue spray. All I've seen is like the bathtub cleaner blue spray stuff. It definitely wasn't a bathroom cleaner. He's a tough little seal. The rescuers said goodbye to the seal, and they let him go back to the salt water.
When Munchkin was spotted in Cape Cod, Massachusetts, they thought she was just a rock. But when they got closer, they saw what she really was, a huge loggerhead sea turtle who really needed help. Munchkin was in trouble. Her temperature was low, 2 of her flippers were hurt, and she didn't weigh enough. She needed someone who would help her feel like herself again. She needed a rescuer. And what she got was a whole team of rescuers from the New England Aquarium. Their plan was to take her in, get her healthy, and release her back home to the ocean. But first, they had to give her a name. What do you call a 300-pound turtle? They picked Munchkin. Once Munchkin's temperature got up to a healthy level, they put her in a tank where she could swim around, get exercise, feel safe, and grow stronger. Every day, they gave Munchkin her favorite turtle food and medicine. They cleaned her shell and made sure the turtle knew how much they loved her. They hoped that one day she'd be ready to go back out into the sea, where sea turtles belong, where Munchkin wanted to be. Then, something amazing happened. After 8 months of living with her rescuers, Munchkin was feeling healthy again. Her skin and shell were the right turtley color, and she had so much energy to swim and play in the water. It was time to go home. The rescue team decided to release her close to where she was found 8 months ago. But they wanted to be sure they could keep an eye on Munchkin even after she left them. So they put a small tracker on the back of her shell, which would let them watch how far and how fast she swam and where her turtle journeys would take her. It was the day of her release. The rescuers gently put Munchkin into a truck and drove her to the beach. Munchkin was maybe a little nervous. But once she got there, a crowd was waiting for her. Everyone wanted to see Munchkin head home. Munchkin was finally ready. The rescuers lowered her into the sand and watched. It was almost like Munchkin had stopped to say goodbye and thank all the rescuers for helping her. Then she crawled right into the waves and swam on. The rescuers miss Munchkin, but they have a lot to be happy about. By helping Munchkin and other sea turtles feel better, and then by bringing them back to the ocean, the rescuers are helping sea turtles everywhere.
What is that? It's a baby skunk.
A baby skunk? I've never seen a baby skunk. He's stuck on the side of this river. And he's crying out for help. Is someone gonna come to his rescue? Luckily, this guy in his kayak found them just in time, and he became an animal rescuer.
Okay, little buddy. Hold on. I'm gonna try and figure out a way to save you.
The rescuer needed to get the skunk to safety, but there was just one little problem.
I'm gonna get skunked.
When skunks get scared, they sometimes spray a very, very, very stinky smell. Skunk spraying is one of their only defense mechanisms. Like, they'll give their tail for like a warning. Hey, if you don't back off, I'm not afraid to spray you. I got a skunker, and I'm not afraid to use it. The rescuer really didn't want that skunk stink to get stuck on his clothes.
Look at how cute he is. He already stinks to high heaven.
So the rescuer went over to the little skunk, trying his best not to scare him.
He doesn't like being touched.
Oh no.
Alright, here we go. Is that another one up there?
The skunk's brother is close by. The rescuer had another skunk to rescue, so he started to climb. And he found him. He was also a baby skunk.
There's baby brother.
The rescuer knew he had to move fast, or he would definitely get skunked.
See that tail sticking up?
That's not a good sign. Ah! Oh man, he got skunked! But he wasn't gonna give up. He had to help the little baby. The rescuer got a bag to put the baby in and went back to try again. It was hard work.
Alright, not what I want in my bag.
But soon, the rescuer had both skunks in his boat. He saved them. Now it was time to get them back to their family. But he couldn't find them anywhere.
What do I do with them?
So he took the babies home. Skunks in the house! He made them a soft bed and fed them from an eyedropper.
Little buddy.
Snip, skunk, sleepover. I think those skunks really like being rescued. But the skunks couldn't stay forever. They needed more help than the rescuer could give on his own. So the man drove the skunks to a rehab center, a place where professional animal rescuers take care of lost or sick wild animals. And he said goodbye to his new friends.
That completely fulfills my heart, knowing that they're somewhere where they're going to get taken care of.
If If you see an animal in trouble, especially a skunk, do not try to rescue them by yourself. Ask an adult family member for help. The cutest baby raccoons were stuck in the wall. This rescuer had to cut through a wall. They should not be in somebody's wall. They should be with their mama. How'd they even get in there anyway? Maybe they got lost or they fell through something and landed inside someone's wall. They dug through the roof, landed in there, and someone saw, oh, there's a hole in my roof. Repaired it, and then like, ding, 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 ding. Oh, wow, I didn't realize I had baby raccoons in here. Don't worry, raccoons, we're gonna get you home. Now that the rescuer had cut a big hole, it was time to start pulling the babies out. There's the first raccoon. They're so little. There's number 2 and number 3. I think they're pretty cute. And the 4th one. How did they all fit in there? That's 5 raccoons. The raccoons were safely out of the wall. But now what? What do you do with a pack of rescued raccoon babies? The rescuer came up with a plan. He would put the baby raccoons in a special box and leave them on the roof of the house where he'd found them. Then he'd wait for the mama raccoon to show up and take her babies home. Okay, the babies are in the box. Look, there's the mama! The rescuer left the box alone to make sure the mama wouldn't get scared and run away. But instead of taking the babies out of the box like the rescuer hoped,
there's our box.
The mama raccoon moved into the box to be with her babies.
We have a mama. There's a little baby tail sticking out.
What are you doing, Mama? This can't be your new house. You've got to go live in the wild. This is just a box. But the rescuer trusted the mama would soon figure out what to do. And just like he hoped, she took her babies out and went off to look for a home in the wild where it's safe. Bye, raccoons! If you see an animal in trouble, do not try to rescue them by yourself. Ask an adult family member for help.
Wobbegong was in a very strange place.
Hello.
He'd never been somewhere with a floor and a door. Where was he? And when could he go back to his home in the wild? Well, at least this place was better than where he'd been a few weeks ago. Stuck on a stony beach in England, feeling so sick that he could barely move. He couldn't even bark for help. But then, something special happened. People came to his rescue. But when they put a towel over his eyes to calm him down, Wobbegong was like, what? Until he started to like it. It was sort of soothing, in a towel over the eyes kind of way. The people knew that Wobbegong needed their help because his nose was full of seal snot. Ugh! And after they gave him fresh water to drink, he was already feeling a little better. But this rescue was just getting started. His rescuers put him in a special seal transport carrier and carried him gently over the hard rocks. Wobbegong wondered where they were taking him. Were they going to put him back in the ocean? Nope, they couldn't do that just yet. They put Wobbegong in the back of their truck and took him to the vet. Wobbegong had no idea what a vet was, but he liked the feeling of their fingers on his fur. And by now, he really trusted his rescuers. The vet could see that Woebegong was too thin. He'd lost a lot of blubber. And seals need their blubber to stay warm in the cold ocean. So they gave him his favorite food. Woebegong tried to eat, but even that was hard to do, which meant he was still too sick to go back to the sea. And then the vet did something weird. They put medicine in a hose and mist blasted it all over Woebegong. He was nervous about the mist, but when he breathed it in, his seal snot vanished. And suddenly, he was hungry again. Maybe he was ready to go back to the ocean now. Nope. His rescuers thought he still needed a little more time, so they moved him to the place with the floor and the door. It wasn't his ocean home, but it kind of rocked, because there was a pool to swim in. It felt good to be off dry land. And even better, the pool came with a whole herd of seals who were working on getting stronger together. Soon, Woebegong was like a member of their family. He was having the time of his life. Every few days, Woebegong's rescuers put him back in his carrier and weighed him to see if his blubber was thick enough for him to go back to the ocean. So every day, Woebegong ate as much as he could. Come on, blubber! And then one day, his rescuers did something different. They put him in his carrier, but they didn't weigh him. Did he finally have enough blubber? His rescuers put him in a truck with his seal fam. Woebegong was like, "We're going someplace special. I can feel it. Maybe back to the vet for a checkup, or someplace with lots of food. There better be a pool." But when Woebegong finally saw where they were taking him, he was so happy because they were on a beach with no floors or doors, just seals. They were going back to the ocean. When the rescuers opened the gate, Woebegong ran out as fast as he could, with all his friends running right behind him. No, seriously, that is how seals run. When he hit the water, he took one last look at his rescuers, almost like he was saying thank you. Then he splashed deeper and deeper into the sea. No more doors or floors, just waves and fish and freedom.
A wildcat! But she's just a baby. Something is definitely wrong. A cub that small shouldn't be alone. Wait, what's that? There's another cub! They must have gotten separated from their mom. I'm really worried about these cubs. They were alone all night long. But some rescuers found them. They're gonna do everything they can to get these cubs back to their mom. First, they're giving the cubs a checkup. They're weighing her. She's about 190 grams. That's about the same as a hamster. They're really young. Now the rescuers are making a nest for them. They must know mom's nearby, and they're hoping she comes back for her cubs. Okay, it's dark again. Is mom gonna show up? Oh, here she comes! She must have heard her babies crying. She's being really careful. She was looking for humans in any sign of movement, any sign of something big that could hurt the babies. Oh no, it looks like something spooked her. She's leaving without her babies. They'll need to come back for the cubs and figure out a new plan. Poor little cats. They're definitely missing their mom. After giving them a quick meal, the rescuers decided to put them back in the nest again. They're gonna give mom another chance to come back for them. I wanna boop the nose right now. This time, they're spreading some of the cubs' scent all around the nest. we know that animals have a stronger nose than us. Then they'll get far from the nest. Now we wait. She's back. She's sniffing around the nest. I bet she smells that scent. But just to be safe, she's gonna wait till it gets dark to make her move. The first cub's not waiting. She's coming out now. She must know Mom's nearby. Mama, you're back. We've been gone for days. We have been hungry. These random strangers picked us up, put us on this cold machine. Where have you been? And Mom's got her. That's one cub rescued and one to go. Mom's coming back for cub number 2. She's double checking to make sure it's safe. She's got the other one. And just like that, they're off into the night. They must be so happy to be back together. I bet Mom's gonna keep a close eye on those two from now on. Remember, if you see a wild animal in danger, do not try to rescue them by yourself. Ask an adult family member for help.
Dodo Kids.
Help the kittens find the subscribe button.